The story begins in a magical world where some children are born with special powers. Here we meet Nori, who has always felt different from other kids since childhood. When Nori was just 7 years old, one day she is looking outside from her bedroom window. Suddenly her eyes land on a cat standing in the garden, and something strange starts happening to her. Whiskers begin to grow on her face, and she slowly transforms into a form just like that cat. Just then, her father walks into the room and sees that wings are also growing out of Nori's back. In that very moment, it becomes clear that Nori has a very unusual kind of magical ability inside her. On the other side, 6 years later, Nori has now grown up and is about to go to Sage Academy with her best friend Reina, which is a very famous magical school. Reina has the power to control fire, but she lacks confidence in herself. Meanwhile, Nori is always encouraging her, telling her that she can do anything. But Nori's own magic is also a bit strange. Whenever she transforms into an animal, instead of becoming one, she accidentally mixes 2 to 3 animals together into a weird hybrid that she cannot fully control. On the other side, a few weeks later, Nori and Reina arrive at the bus stop with other children to go to Sage Academy. Just then, a mysterious man suddenly appears from behind a tree and says he has come to take them to their new magical school. All the children say goodbye to their parents and follow that man into the forest. After a short while, they discover a magical portal that leads directly to Sage Academy. One by one, all the children jump into the portal and reach the school. As soon as they arrive, they realize that their phones are not working anymore. Just then, the school principal Linda arrives and tells all the children that they will be divided into 5 different groups based on their powers. Some children can talk to animals, some can pull objects with their hands, some can control fire, some can fly, and some can transform into any animal they want. On the other side, before classes begin, all the children are tested so they can be placed into the right groups based on their powers. First comes the test for the flares, where the kids have to light a candle placed 2 meters away. A boy named Philip takes his test and passes, but when Elliot's turn comes, instead of lighting the candle, he only manages to create smoke, which disappoints the professors. Then it's Reina's turn, and she does something amazing. She lights the candle using just her little finger, proving that she has incredible power inside her. After that, the fuzzies are tested, where the children have to talk to a dog and understand its responses. Only those who can understand it properly are able to pass. In the third test, the kids have to pull a flower pot towards themselves using their power. But when a girl named Pepper tries, instead of pulling it, she pushes it so hard that it crashes straight into the wall. Because of this, she is marked as failed. After that comes the flying test, where the children have to stay in the air for 30 seconds. But something very different happens with Andre. The moment he takes off his heavy bag, he suddenly flies uncontrollably and crashes straight into the ceiling, unable to come down. In the end, the professors use a ladder to somehow bring him back down. On the other side, now it's Nori's group's turn. In this test, the children have to look at a cat and transform into exactly the same form for 6 seconds. But the moment Nori uses her power, she doesn't just turn into a cat. Within seconds, wings also grow out of her back. Seeing this, all the professors are shocked because once again Nori is unable to control her magic, and this is exactly what makes her different from the rest. On the other side, after the tests are over, Nori also receives a card just like the other children. When all the kids gather in the field and open their cards, they finally find out which group they belong to. Reina opens her card and sees that she has been placed in the Flares group, meaning the ones who can control fire, and this makes her extremely happy. But when Nori opens her card, she is left shocked because instead of any normal group name, it only says UDM on it. Nori has no idea what this group even means. After this, the principal tells all the children to go to the cafeteria and collect their uniforms. But Nori is sent on a different path, one that has a UDM sign marked on it. On the other side, as Nori walks along that path, she reaches a separate headquarters hidden deep in the forest. There, Bud welcomes her and takes her into an underground classroom. When Nori steps inside, she meets a few other kids who, just like her, failed their tests. She is told that these children are not trained in magic. Instead, they are taught like normal kids. Hearing this makes Nori angry. She questions why they cannot learn magic like everyone else. Just then, Principal Linda arrives and reveals the truth, that UDM stands for Upside Down Magic, meaning children whose magical powers don't work properly and have no real use. Linda clearly says that these kids will never be able to control their magic, so it's better for them to stay here, slowly forget their powers, and live a normal life. Principal Linda then talks about an old incident. She says that years ago, a boy named Rezin Roberts spirits had fallen under the influence of shadow magic. It was a dangerous, dark magic that was only used to harm others. The situation became so bad that the professors and students had to come together to trap him inside a special magical book. Because shadow magic cannot do anything on its own. It needs a human body to survive. Linda further explains that this shadow magic mainly targets UDM children. That is why they are kept separate from the others and are not allowed to use magic, so that they slowly forget their powers and never become a danger. On the other side, from that same day, the selected children begin their classes. That's when Reina finds out that in just a few weeks, the Academy will host a big event called Founders Day. On this special occasion, 5 children will get a chance to showcase their magic in front of the entire Academy. For this, 2 of the best students from each group will be selected, and then they will compete against each other. The one who wins will perform on stage. After this, the first Flares class begins, where Professor Argon gives Reina a task to turn corn kernels into popcorn using her magic. Reina feels a little nervous at first, but she still manages to use her magic properly. Just then, Philip starts making fun of her, which makes Reina even more nervous, and in that moment of panic, she loses control and all the popcorn burns. Seeing this, Professor Argon scolds her harshly, which makes Reina feel even worse. On the other side, outside the class, a young girl named Chandra is watching everything, and there's a strange smile on her face, as if she is enjoying all of this. The next morning, Bud takes his UDM students to the garden and tells them that he has a surprise for them. As soon as he opens the shed door, Nori gets excited seeing the brooms. She thinks that today she's going to learn how to fly, but the moment she sits on the broom and tries to fly, she falls straight to the ground. That's when she realizes that these are not magical brooms, but just normal ones, and they are only meant to clean the garden. On the other side, Nori walks with her broom to the area where the other children's class is going on. There, she sees a professor teaching the students how to transform into a specific kind of cat. That's when Nori learns that on the upcoming Founders Day, one child will get a chance to show their magic in front of the whole school. Hearing this, Nori comes up with a plan. She decides that she will also practice and show her talent so she can get a chance to learn magic like the others. After this, Nori quietly moves closer to the class and starts observing the cat carefully. She memorizes every small detail and movement so she can become exactly like it. But suddenly, she once again loses control over her powers, and instead of turning into a cat, she transforms into a strange hybrid animal. Seeing this, the professor immediately calls Bud and tells him to handle Nori. Otherwise, if the principal finds out, it will create a huge problem. On the other side, during lunch, Nori tells her friends that she has carefully studied everything about that cat, and now she just needs to practice controlling her body. Meanwhile, Reina also notices Nori and goes to meet her. But just then, Professor Argon stops her, because the school rules say that children from different groups are not allowed to interact too much. In the next class, Philip uses his power brilliantly and easily turns the kernels into popcorn. Seeing this, the professor becomes very happy and chooses him as the best student of the class. Meanwhile, as Reina is walking through the corridor, Chandra comes up to her and praises her a lot. Before leaving, she says that if Reina wants to make her powers even better, she can help her. On the other side, Reina truly wanted to become the best, so she starts studying in the library even at night. Suddenly, a black book falls down from the shelf on its own. When Reina picks it up, she realizes that it is a book of shadow magic. The moment she opens it, all the lights in the library go out, and the atmosphere turns creepy. Reina immediately understands that she made a mistake, so she quickly puts the book back and starts to leave. But then she realizes that the book is following her. On the other side, Nori is in her hostel practicing turning into a cat with her friends. But no matter how hard she tries, after just 3 seconds she loses control and keeps transforming into strange hybrid animals. The next day, Reina sees Nori with her new friends through the window and feels a little sad, thinking that Nori is forgetting her. Just then, that same shadow magic book suddenly opens on its own, and its pages start flipping by themselves. It stops at a particular chapter where a method is written to make hidden powers even stronger. As soon as Reina starts reading it, suddenly a dark smoke begins to form around her, and within moments, it enters straight into her body. A few hours later, all the new students gather in a large hall. Today, a competition is about to take place between the 2 best students from each group, and everyone has come to watch it. First comes the turn of the Flares, where Philip and Reina stand face to face. Philip is fully confident that he will win easily, but this time, Reina does something incredible. She turns the corn into perfect popcorn even before the time runs out. When Professor Argon tastes it, she becomes extremely happy because the popcorn is absolutely perfect. In the end, Reina is selected from the Flares to perform her magic on Founders Day. Just then, Nori also arrives there and tells everyone that she has been practicing for days to improve her powers. She asks for one last chance to prove herself, and then transforms into a cat in front of everyone. The professor starts timing her, but after just 4 seconds, wings suddenly grow from her back. Once again, Nori loses control and begins transforming into strange hybrid animals again and again. She becomes very scared. Just then, Reina tries to calm her friend, but after reading the shadow magic book, her powers had become far more dangerous than before. Suddenly, she also loses control, and a massive fireball forms heading straight toward Nori. It feels like Nori won't survive this, but at the last moment, she returns to her normal form. Reina immediately apologizes to her, and Bud helps Nori calm down. Seeing all this, Principal Linda becomes very angry. She gives Bud a strict warning that if he cannot control his students, he will lose his job. After this, Nori and the rest of her friends return to the UDM headquarters. Everyone feels very upset because now they have started believing that they will never be able to use their magic properly in life. That's when we find out that Bud was once a UDM student, just like them. He understands the pain of these children, and now he can't tolerate it anymore. So he takes all the kids into the forest and tells them that he is not happy with this job. He cannot watch their dreams break like this. So now he will teach them how to embrace their true abilities. After this, Bud does something unexpected. He starts singing, and hearing his voice, many animals from the forest gather around him. That's when everyone realizes that Bud was also a fuzzy-type UDM, but instead of talking, he communicates with animals through singing. In reality, he had been secretly practicing his magic all along so that he wouldn't forget it. Seeing this gives all the children hope, and they realize that they are not alone. Bud promises them that now he will personally train them so they can understand their unique powers and use them the right way. On the other side, while returning, Nori keeps thinking about what happened earlier that day. She starts feeling that something is definitely wrong with Reina's magic, and to find out the truth, she decides to meet her. Meanwhile, when Reina reaches her room, she sees that Chandra is already standing there, holding that same shadow magic book in her hand. Chandra says that it was because of this book that her powers became so strong today. Hearing this, Reina realizes that it was because of that book that Nori's life was put in danger. In anger, she throws Chandra out of the room, but as soon as Chandra leaves, the book magically returns back into the room on its own. Reina angrily opens the door and finds Nori standing right in front of her. The moment she sees her, Reina hugs her tightly, but deep inside, she is scared that Nori might find out the truth about the shadow magic. Because of this fear, she doesn't let Nori stay in her room for long and sends her away. The next morning, as promised, Bud begins training the children. First, he ties a pipe around Andre's waist and tells him to control himself at a steady height. The moment Andre removes his bag, he starts floating into the air again, but this time, he slowly tries to stabilize himself. As the training continues, all the kids begin embracing their unique abilities. Now they stop trying to be perfect like the others, and instead start building their own identity. Elliot begins shaping the smoke coming out of his hands into different forms. Pepper learns how to push objects away with control, and Nori also starts to change. Now she doesn't limit herself to just one animal, but combines 3 to 4 animals together to create new hybrid forms, and gradually starts gaining control over them. Along with this, their friendship grows stronger, and for the first time, they start believing in their magic. On the other side, Reina is watching all of this from a distance, when suddenly Chandra appears in front of her once again. Reina angrily tells her to go away, but now it was too late, because she had already used the shadow magic book. Now a dangerous connection had formed between Chandra and Reina, and the shocking part was that no one else could see Chandra, only Reina could. When the other kids ask Reina who she is talking to, the truth comes out that Chandra is visible only to her. Realizing this, Reina gets scared and immediately runs toward her room, but Chandra does not leave her alone. She provokes Reina and tells her that her power is far greater than anyone else present here. She just needs to let go of her fear and embrace her true strength. Slowly, Reina starts getting influenced by her words and decides to remove her fear and accept the dark magic within her. At that very moment, Nori arrives there, and she can clearly feel that some evil force is surrounding Reina. Now everything becomes clear. Shadow magic is not limited to UDM children. It can take control of anyone. Reina is now completely under the control of dark powers. Even her voice changes, and in a terrifying tone, she says that very soon the entire school will be destroyed. She warns Nori that if she values her life, she should leave this place immediately. Hearing this, Nori gets scared and runs straight to Bud, telling him everything. Nori and her friends decide that they should inform the principal, but Bud stops them. He says that Linda will not believe this, so he asks everyone to wait until the next day. He is sure that the evil force will attack on Founders Day. On the other side, the next morning, all the children and professors gather in the garden. Principal Linda calls calls Reina onto the stage so she can perform her magic. At first, Reina greets everyone by forming letters in the air with fire, but then suddenly the atmosphere changes. She creates a massive fireball in her hand, and its shadow spreads across the entire garden. Suddenly, a terrifying voice echoes from within her, saying that it has returned after many years. Hearing this, all the professors realize that this is the same dangerous shadow magic that had once possessed a child years ago. Now the situation becomes critical. To stop this monster, Professor Argon and her students attack it with fire, but it has no effect. Then animals are called, but they get scared and run away. The other children also try using their powers, but no one is able to stop it. In the end, the UDM kids step forward. Pepper pushes the monster back with her power. Elliot creates a wall of smoke so the creature cannot see anything. Andre flies in the air to distract it, and at that moment, Nori transforms into a terrifying hybrid animal and stands in front of it. The principal orders everyone to attack together, but Nori stops them all because she knows that inside this monster is her best friend, Reina. Now, risking her life, Nori faces the creature alone. The monster is just about to attack her when suddenly a powerful explosion happens inside it, and it gets destroyed on the spot. In reality, at the last moment, Reina had defeated the evil force within herself and freed her soul. Seeing this, Nori feels relieved and runs to hug Reina tightly. In the end, the UDM kids save the entire school together and prove that their unique powers are just as special. After this, the UDM program is shut down, and now all the children learn magic together. Bud is finally made a real professor who teaches magic in new and different ways, and this is where the story comes to an end. So, how did you like this movie? Do share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more amazing stories like this. See you in the next video.